defensive job on Vince Carter. The man that had that responsibility initially was Wally Serby. D. Brown just to pop out and get a wide open look. But you got to remember, D. Brown is just coming off the injured list, has been practicing quite
a year, coming here a couple of years ago. It'll be McGrady of all people at 6'8". He's their leading shot blocker. He was Toronto's leading shot blocker last year against Theo Ratliff.
The defense comes into play. I said to Rick prior to the game, congratulations on the contract extension. They gave him 1 year, and he said, well, you take what you can get.
In Milwaukee. Eddie Rush.
Contention for a postseason spot despite another season-ending loss of Grant Hill. Tracy McGrady will jump center tonight for the Magic against Tony. But by a series of nagging injuries.
I still think Tracy moved better in the game on Saturday night, David, than he did in the prior 2 or 3 games. So maybe he is on his way back.
He'll jump center for the Magic as referee Greg Willard will toss it up. Dirk Nowitzki, Harold Armstrong, the team captain for the Orlando Magic, and we're set to go on a Tuesday night. Referee David
Washington and Derek Collins set to go. The Magic beating the Knicks December 30th in New York.
Indeed. McGrady, by the way, speaking of honors, the player of the month for the 2nd time in his career.
Alexander starting in the backcourt with Chris Whitney, and up front Hamilton Leitner and Popeye Jones. 4th meeting between the two teams this season. Orlando has taken 2 of the first 3. Joe Crawford, Jim Clark, and Ken Maurer, the officials for this afternoon's game.
Excellent crew, Tom. Real good crew. And this is a huge game because that tiebreaker you talked about, 2-1, both these teams realized.
McGrady has been bothered by the flu in a big, big way. I am totally shocked he is playing
tonight over Denver. That concluded a 4-game homestand. Philadelphia's had several days of rest.
First year in coaching, and suddenly they let some of them go. And George talked about loyalties, that type of thing, and that was all part of the beginning of the feud here.
And it will be Joel Frisbilla.
And Monty Williams did a wonderful job in his place in the starting lineup. Monty will be coming off the bench again with tonight's game against Cleveland.
Tell you what, it's another one of those situations with Monty where he
extremely important for his basketball team.
Doc has said his team is young, his stars are young, and winning on the road this time of the year and into the playoffs are very difficult when your star players are young.
Full job here in Orlando in his 3rd years. He was 13 years as an NBA player and all-star. Both of these coaches run a bit of a motion system with their
Stiffen out. That's exactly right. So you on the floor. That Maduro that Greg was talking about interests me because when you play
a tough battle from start to finish.
Well, game 3, this is a pivotal.
Is going to be a difficult cover.
And Doc Rivers said this series has simply been a series of spurts.
it up. God's a reach, and McGrady will jump. God's a reach.
As the head man of the Orlando Magic, and his club off to a good start. The Magic have won more games than Sacramento here. Nothing fancy, just a lot of guys chipping in.
Got to have everyone involved when you talk about in the basketball, and when you have Tracy McGrady jumping